Good afternoon, everybody. My name is John Slater. I am 80 years old and I worked in the City of London most of my life. I was chief executive of one bank, chairman of 4 banks, and chairman of quite a lot of other large public companies. About 10 years ago, when I got to 70, I left the city and abandoned London and came home to my family's estate in Sussex, where I am the custodian for the time being, and I now work full-time as a landowner, farmer, forester, and so forth. I've enjoyed extremely good health all my life, having not missed a single day's work throughout my life. But in 2015, I suddenly went almost totally blind in my left eye. I assumed that I would be blind in that eye for the rest of my life, and I could have lived with that. But I went to see my friend and optometrist, Charles Babumba, who operates in the area of Bishopsgate in the city. And Charles told me that through his work as a consultant at Moorfields Hospital, he had knowledge of a very distinguished consultant there called Mahi Muqit. Charles recommended that I go to see Mr. Muqit, and that I duly did. So I turned up in the outpatients department at Moorfields Eye Hospital and saw the great man. He had a good look at my left eye and said that he thought he had a sporting chance of fixing it. So, nothing venture, nothing gain. I turned up a little while later at Moorfields one evening, and Mahi Muqit operated on my left eye that evening. I spent a peaceful night in the hospital and went home the next morning feeling absolutely fine. My wife then administered eye drops, about 20 a day, for about 2 weeks. But during those 2 weeks, exactly as predicted by Mahi, my eyesight gradually returned to normal. So that was nothing short of a miracle. Strangely, about 5 years later, in late 2020, my left eye again developed problems, this time with very blurred vision. So I immediately went back to see Mahi Muqit, and he took one look at my left eye, got out his laser, and after 5 painless minutes, I could see perfectly well again in my left eye. So another miracle had been performed. Those 2 miracles were pretty important for somebody like me who's a very keen ornithologist, fisherman, and student of wildlife generally, and keen shot, I might add. So I just count my blessings that I was put in touch with Mahi Muqit by Charles Babumba. If anybody should ever develop problems such as the ones I had, I recommend you to contact Mr. Muqit as soon as you possibly can, and if you need a reference from me, you can most certainly have one through Mr. Muqit's office. So I bid you all farewell, and I wish you luck. Goodbye.